Doodlebud. So a message popped into my email, thedoodlebud@gmail.com, in case you're wondering. And it was from a South Korean pen manufacturer called Eureka. Never heard of them before. I only have one other pen from Korea, and it happens to be from North Korea. That is this pen right here. I did a separate review on it. New old stock. I had to get it. I got it super cheap. And it had never been used. The second I took the cap off, it started to scratch. And yeah, there's a lot of hokey pokiness going on with this pen. Just flimsy type of stuff. Absolutely terrible construction. But I've never had a pen from South Korea. I was just talking about this with someone. So they sent it over. I checked their website. Everything looked really good. And I noticed $50 for the pen. And it comes with a Bach nib. And it's made out of this PEEK plastic. It's an engineered plastic. This stuff's really expensive, and I was really curious. How are you doing this for $50? Plus, each nib is hand-tuned. So I said, send it over. Let me see what you got, and let me get to my favorite part right now. I know for most folks, the favorite part, most important, is a smooth nib that writes well. This one does, but to me, I'm like, well, if it's off a bit, I can always adjust that. What I can't do is fix machining or poor design decisions in this pen. Check out the threads on this bad boy. So this is a triple start thread, and this thing is absolutely spectacular how it starts and how it finishes within there. Let me show you how this thing threads. It's just perfect. Now it's tough to pull this off with even most metal body pens, but check this out. You can just spin these threads like it is absolutely amazing how good the machining is on this pen for again, plastic. Let me just gripe for 1 second. Saying the word plastic and grouping all plastic pens together is like grouping all metal pens together and not distinguishing any differences between steel or brass or copper or aluminum. It's metal, it's all the same. People kind of do that with plastic. This particular plastic PEEK is fantastic stuff. It's super strong, lightweight, holds fantastic dimension. It's also very good for heat resistance, like where most plastic fails. This can hold up to, I think it's about 260 degrees Celsius. Even like acetone, like the ABS feed here, that will melt. But this can handle all the different alcohols, some acids as well, even acetone. So this is an expensive material, and for good reason, because it's really, really good stuff, and they machined it just perfectly. So, I'll obviously show you how it writes here. I got a writing sample behind. You're going to see the video of that. It writes fantastically, and I am still amazed at this thing. For $50, you're getting a Bach nib on a premium plastic PEEK material machined pen, stupendous threads, and that nib is also tuned. I'm still a little bit surprised here. I don't know if that's an introductory price or just what. They are new to me. They're probably new to a lot of folks. I'm going to run you through the features here, but this is a wicked pen. Now, I typically like to actually confirm the dimensions on a pen with my caliper. My battery's out on my calipers, so I gotta find another battery. So we'll just do size comparison. I'll put that stuff down in the description. Let's get this garbage pen here out of the way before I don't want it to scratch my good pens. Let's get rid of it. This stays in my my trash pens case all by itself with a couple other trash pens, so we'll put that there. Here we have the Ensso Italia. This is a Mont Blanc 149. Now we got the Eureka Symmetry. Next, a Narwhal Horizon. This is the Diplomat Excellence A2. And now we have a Lamy Ion. I should get one of those little pen holders that's got the grooves in it to make my job easier. But here we are, the same pens again with the caps off. So super close in overall length there with that Narwhal Symmetry, and even a touch longer than a Mont Blanc 149. Let's see the weight. I can do that. I'll put all the stuff down below there, but yeah, let's call it 25 grams with the cap on. That is with the converter and some ink in it. And 18 grams like that. And just a few more times because I can't stop doing this. I thought I would get out the 20 times magnification here. That's just stuff on it. Just to see the caliber of the machining, and it is so good. Like, really, really fantastic machining just on everything here. The lead in, lead out on those threads. It is just dialed in perfectly. The focus is so tough. There we go. So just see how that thread starts. Like, just perfect execution on that. That's why these threads can zip on and off. Plus the peak material itself. You can see just the level of precision you can get on this plastic, and it's super tough stuff. So it holds its dimensions. You worry about plastic threads wearing over time. These are going to be really holding up well. You're not gonna have to worry about them wearing on you. Let's run you through the pen here really quick. What you see is what you get. Minimalist design. That probably has to do with the price. That's why you can get it down to that point. Doing other stuff on here, it's going to drive the cost up a bit. So there's nothing on the end finials. It's even tough to get a focus on this because it's so smooth. There's nothing here on the ends. I saw they do have some ebonite pens on their site as well, and it looks like they have an E that's done on there. Those are priced phenomenally well too. So again, it is 2 turns if you do not do the quick spin, which you good luck trying not to do that every single time, but it's 2 full rotations. I'll get the endoscope to show you down there. There is a step that's down here or so, and that seals up against the end of the section to provide a good seal. So this has been left, I think it was a week and a half at least. I try to do at least a 1-week test for my pens, see how they do with sealing. No hard starts or anything. The second I inked it, it wrote perfectly. I actually messaged them right away. I didn't notice it on their website at first. I asked them, do you tune these nibs, every one of them? And they said, yes, we do. So I was just surprised. I really was not expecting it to write so well, especially for that price. So yeah, they inspect and tune each nib, polish it to make it write a little bit nicer too. So there you go. Cartridge Converter Center, International Cartridge and Converters is what it accepts. Everything's in here good. The threads are all good. Some of you probably ask, can you eyedropper this pen? It's going to be safe for inks. You're going to have to grease it. That is the only recommendation I would do for this pen. It would probably drive the cost up a few extra dollars. Is you would go down here, machine a little bit out of here, and make it accept an O-ring. So if you can put a little neck down, I don't have to explain to them. They know what they're doing with this puppy because they're doing a great job. So that would be my only suggestion. Make this accept an O-ring. So now you got a little bit more machining, the extra cost of an O-ring, and extra assembly steps. So that will drive the price up if you have to do a few more dollars, $5, $10, whatever. I think that would be a good idea for this pen. They're already machined this proper, so just an extra thread or so off the front there, and that would be all you got to do to make this thing seal up. Now again, you could put some silicone grease, and that will do the job. To me, that's a little bit hokey. I just don't like that option as much to eyedropper. I'm not a big eyedropper person, probably will not leak, but the O-ring would be a good idea. So that is my only suggestion with this pen, other than just keep doing everything that you're doing here. Here we are going down with the endoscope. You can see the machining. It's not as nice on the outside as it is on the inside, and it doesn't matter because you don't see it unless you go in here with an endoscope. But it's pretty darn clean. Seals up nicely, which is great with the pen. You can kind of see the rifling type pattern here on the inside of the cap. Here's a little side shot of the threads as well. Great job on this. So that's it, folks. Definitely South Korea for the win on our little pen battle. They're not even close. This thing is stupendous. I'd love to hear from you. Is there anyone out there that has one of these? Because this was brand new to me, never on my radar. Thank you to Eureka for reaching out and sharing with us your work. They have an R&D tab on their website. You want to click on that because there's all sorts of cool stuff, even just a bonkers looking nib that they've done a number of years ago, and they have a new feed that I don't know if they have it out yet or they're working on it. That's super cool. So they're sharing some of the stuff they're working on, which is really neat because I knew nothing about these folks. So thank you very much. They make a good pen. Shipping's $10 on their site. It does take a bit, so just be prepared to wait. It's not an Amazon order. You order it and you get it a couple days later. I know here even in Canada, or if I send stuff to my U.S. address in the States from one of the popular pen retailers, 2 days, maybe 4 days, you get your stuff. So this is worth the wait on this one. Just be a little bit patient, and you're getting a pretty skookum pen there. So there we go. That's it. Obviously, hit the button. Let's chit chat. Thumbs up. See you later.